So you're here because you're struggling with sleep and anxiety, and they're not a good combination. I know. So I'm here to help. Let's look at this. What is sleep? Why do we need sleep? It's very important that we get really good sleep in order to cope better, feel better, be more productive, focus. So when we're not getting proper sleep, all these things are impacted. If we're not getting proper sleep, that means your anxiety is going to get worse. When your anxiety is worse, then you're not going to get good sleep. And it is a very vicious cycle. So we are here to stop that cycle. I have 8 great tips for you so you can get better sleep tonight. Let's get started. Okay, so first is routine. It's very important to have a proper routine as you need good sleep. Why is this? Because we have circadian rhythm. Our body as humans and our mind as humans, we need this routine. That's why when you get jet lagged, you're all thrown off and it impacts us physically and mentally. So it's good to go to sleep roughly at the same time every night and get up at the same time every morning. Even if you're going to bed at 12 a.m., 1 o'clock, and you're getting up later, if you can do that, then that's okay as long as you're getting, your 6 to 8 hours of sleep. It's different for everybody. As long as your schedule is staying somewhat within the same, hour, then that's okay. Caffeine is also a big one with your routine, because caffeine stays in our system for a really long time. So if you're having caffeine later in the day, even at like noon, it can be impacting your sleep later. So, and caffeine in general is just not great for anxiety. I noticed this myself. Once I cut it out, it definitely helped calm my anxiety. Okay, so next is controlling your thoughts, which we all know is very difficult when you struggle with anxiety. So I plan on making lots of videos on this subject because it's something that so many people just struggle with all the time, including myself. So how can we control our thoughts when we're trying to sleep? It's so annoying when you're just trying to sleep and you keep thinking about what you're going to do tomorrow and what happened in the day, what happened 5 years ago. It's so annoying, right? So, our breath can help us calm ourselves when we're noticing our thoughts are going. First is just noticing that your thought is going, because a lot of times our mind is just going and we just don't even think about it. So try to be more mindful about where your mind is going. And if you notice that it's going crazy, do some deep breathing to try and calm yourself down. Be in the present moment. If you have certain things that you're worrying about, then I would write them down before you go to bed. So this kind of helps you get them out and worry about them the next day. If your mind is starting to worry in the middle of the night, like it will always do, very annoying, again, then you can tell yourself, think about this tomorrow. Let's worry about this tomorrow. Because, just telling yourself, oh, don't think about this, stop thinking about this, that just doesn't work. We've all tried it. Whenever you say, oh, don't look, what does that person do? They always look. So, you can't tell your mind to just stop. So, the little trick is to just tell your mind that you'll worry about it tomorrow. Because you have all the time in the world to worry, but not when you're trying to sleep. So tell yourself that, and you might notice a little difference. It really does help. Okay? Alright, here's when the yoga comes in. Guided meditations are a great tip. Specifically, Yoga Nidra. Now you can find this on YouTube or any of the meditation apps. My favorite is Insight Timer because they have a lot of free ones. So go check that out. But Yoga Nidra really helps relax you. It helps get you into that sleeping mind gets you into your unconscious mind, which is what your mind is doing when you're sleeping. It takes you through, each body part to relax it. It's just amazing, even if it's not sleep, even if you're just trying to calm your anxiety. It's really amazing. Try it out. Okay. So this next one is very important. Triggering content before bed is a no-go. I know you probably love your murder mystery shows and Criminal Minds and the news and crazy podcasts. It just does not help you sleep. Your mind is going to be running. It's just one of those things. We want to be calm before bed. Other things that can be triggering is just the news in general, and it's hard because the news is on our phone these days. You just be scrolling on Instagram and then the news comes up and people making comments, and it's just a lot of craziness going on social media these days. So it's just a good idea to maybe not even do social media before bed. Also limit any difficult conversations you gotta have. Turn off your work emails. All those things will be very important in getting some good sleep. Next is a pretty just little simple tip. Aromatherapy, essential oils, lavender specifically is great for relaxation. So either having diffuser in your bedroom or putting a little bit on your wrist, breathing it in whenever you notice your mind is going crazy. It just helps calm you down in those moments when your mind is racing. So try that little tip. Next is also very important. I mean, they're all important, let's be real. Unplugging from screens earlier. This is key because the light on our phone tells our mind that it's time to wake up. And when you're trying to go to bed, that's not what you want. So another reason to not be on social media before bed. Also, if you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I suggest having a little nightlight instead of turning the lights on, because otherwise it's like you're thinking it's time to wake up when it's time to go to sleep. So try to stay away from lights as much as possible when you're wanting to go to sleep. Next is breathing. Now, breathing can do a lot. It's like magic sometimes, but you have to believe in it. And it's really true, because a lot of people will say, oh, breathing doesn't work for me. Okay, when you say that, it's definitely not going to work for you. And you have to be consistent with it. You have to breathe and consciously try to be in the present moment while you're breathing, noticing what your breath is doing. If you're just trying to, okay, I'm breathing, is my anxiety gone yet? No, it's not like a little pill that you take and all of a sudden it's gone. It takes conscious effort. But if you can learn to do this whenever your mind is racing or you're worrying or anything, it really does help. So practice even having a little routine before bed while you do 5 minutes of deep breathing can make a big difference. Last but not least, we have creating just a nice environment in your room. If your room is looking chaotic, if it's a little bit messy, then your head's gonna be a little messy. Our brain makes a lot of associations. So if you're in your bedroom a lot of the day and you're working in your bedroom, or you are having difficult conversations in your bedroom, things like this, then you're going to associate that with sleep. And you don't want that when you're trying to sleep. It's creating a negative energy in your room. You want positive energy. So if you do work from home, try to get out of your room. I think it would really help. And try to just only be in your room when it is time to sleep, because then our mind makes that connection and that association that when we're in our bed, when we're in our room, now it's time to sleep. If you're always doing other stuff in your room all the time, your brain gets a little bit mixed up. Your mind gets a little mixed up. So try that. All right. And that is the conclusion of the video. Subscribe for more. Comment anything you'd like me to make in the future. Comment any difficulties with sleep. If you're really wanting to get rid of this anxiety for good, book a consult call with me. I also have a private Facebook group. Everything in the description below. And, all I have to say is sweet dreams.